You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
So I've probably had strep for the past 7 days.
Yeah. I used the squirty stuff. Exactly. I did the TJ test, and I'm like, I smell it, and I'm like, this smells kind of damp.
There's nothing that we can do that we can't make a machine do.
Wow, you can buy anything at Amazon. In the 80s, episode 246. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Haig.
And TJ May.
TJ the May.
So John has
May of May.
John has a very depressing story for us, apparently. But before you do that... Nope, because this would be horrible after a depressing story. I made you guys a little present here.
Balls.
Ball,
White balls.
Balls, premier balls.
Beef balls.
Balls.
Balls aplenty.
Balls. The ball tangent.
Do a preferential ball treatment. Balls, which ball? Balls.
Ball shift balls.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Thank you. I did a little bit of that during the intro last week.
Yeah,
I know. I saw that.
I got a smattering.
I was like, oh shit, you already did. Oh, you only did a couple of them. Good, I can still do it.
Yep. Oh, I'm glad you lived up to your promise, because that was pure. That's a Christmas present to the listeners, and the reason why none of us will ever become a presidential candidate. I can't use that joke anymore.
We should auto
because apparently anyone can do it.
We got Breton in the chat.
Yeah. Hey, Brett. But
apparently, emails is all you need to not be president.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway,
what about the emails?
To be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about that thing you were gonna say? That story.
Oh, the depressing story I had.
Yeah. What do you have?
This is from North Central Wisconsin News. Maybe this is fake.
That's almost close to my neck of the woods, but almost.
Oh, is this a fake website? Is this a gag site? Oh, this ain't a gag site.
Uh-oh.
Headline: Mail truck destroyed on I-94.
I wouldn't be surprised. 94? How is that North Central?
Hudson, Wisconsin. The U.S. Postal Service said all of the mail was destroyed in a Tuesday morning truck fire.
Oh, no.
Wisconsin DOT said State Patrol was notified of a semi-fire in I-94 in St. Croix County near Hudson Tuesday morning. When officers arrived, the fire had spread to the trailer.
Their used Galaxy S7 for Christmas.
Wait.
I know. Like, there's images of this, and it's literally a semi, and the entire back is burnt. You didn't mean to say that. You have to say Note 7. Note 7. Not S7. One? Those don't blow up.
iPhone 7.
The Note 7 blows. No.
Windows 7.
Windows 7 phone blew up. But yeah, so that's my sad news. So Christmas presents are not going to happen.
That's definitely Northwest Wisconsin.
No caulking update.
But yeah.
Oh, Adam's doing some caulking tonight because it's his birthday.
So
happy birthday,
I'm
Adam.
sure he's caulking it up wherever he is.
I'm still older than you.
Hypothetically.
All right.
That is like terrible though. Like that's like people's Christmas presents were in there.
Yeah. I saw one like a FedEx truck, but it wasn't a semi. It was just one of their delivery trucks. And like the guy had managed to get all of the packages out though. So I guess that's just something that's happening today.
Yeah, I got lots of packages already because like I don't know, I'm getting all my Christmas shopping done. I guess I see a lot of people on Facebook are also posting about how Portland has gotten like a light dusting of snow and everyone is just completely gone bananas because they don't know how to deal with snow over there.
Yeah, it's not rain.
We've got no infrastructure to actually do anything.
I know. It's just like you watch the videos and it's just like a light dusting of snow and they're all just like, oh my God, we got to go 2 miles an hour.
Coming out with their wicker hand brooms trying to clear the street off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're wicker hand brooms. Yes, they're artisanally crafted snow shovels. Anyway. Let's do the NES Classic Edition update.
Yeah.
We
got 2 today.
Thank you.
And you
got two
saved them for
updates?
John and
You-
I.
No. We got one update. There actually was an update of the NES Classic. Every
Yeah.
GameStop in the country between today and tomorrow got no more than 3.
Good. They sold out already.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's check this shit out. The NPD group, right, said how many NES classics were sold. 200,000 in 3 weeks. That's it.
Yep.
Which sounds
Spending the
which is
millions if
almost
they
as
had
high
the
as the number.
supplies.
To like put that in perspective, right? That's about as many Wii U's that they sold in the last 6 months, basically. Like in 1 month, and I guarantee you that number would have been like 10 times that. You know, they could have sold 2 million.
Yeah.
Had they had them out to purchase, and there was no pre-orders. So this is a fucking shit show. The more I talk about it, Lance actually talked about it on the podcast because he was like talking about this like in October. Like he was so fucking jazzed to get one of these things. Like he was like, it's a perfect price. I can play all these games. I just got to hook up to the TV. It's perfect for me. You know, someone who's not tech savvy and gets into emulators and stuff. It's like great. And I can't fucking buy one. He was so pissed. He was like, it's like Christmas was ruined, you know? Like, great.
Yeah.
So you guys got 2, huh?
Yep.
How quickly did they sell out?
10 minutes. Mostly because
my
we really
God.
didn't advertise that we had the 2. So it was a crazy lady that was calling our store before open every day for the past 5 days, and just some random next person.
Jeez.
Oh, and so the crazy lady finally did get one?
Yeah. Which crazy lady?
And she's
They're all crazy lady.
and she probably sold it on eBay for $200.
No, that crazy lady's just trying to get it for her grandkid who's not grateful for anything.
Oh, who also probably doesn't know what the NES is and probably doesn't give a shit.
Probably.
I mean, this Polygon article thread is just a bunch of people in there saying, I work in retail, and the number one question I hear every day is, do you have the NES Classic in stock?
Actually, right now I get that
And it
and
drives...
the 2DS and the 3DS. I got no new Nintendo systems at all. Other than
so
Wii U's.
Nintendo just decided to stop making hardware.
Well,
These
handheld hardware.
Wii U's if you want them. Price on in like 3 years. It's the same price for like the last 3 years.
They dropped price once, but that was it. Deluxes were $350, then they became $300, and then they just bundled it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had one Black Friday sale last year on a specific bundle that was limited stock, kind of like the standard size 3DS.
Yeah. Yeah. So TJ, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You had mentioned something before we started, but I feel like we probably should address it now. You said,
Yeah, why do you sound like shit?
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm actually 10 times better now than I was. So
Okay.
we should actually wax this story because this is a great story to kind of ball into a thing. So you could kind of tell.
Okay. Wow. What? Wait, wax the story?
Whatever.
Yeah,
I just can't let that reference go by. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Let's wax it up.
Wax it up. Because we're going to get through all the layers. Or,
All right.
We're going to keep topping the layers. You know, you can't just wax it once. You got to put a second coat on.
That's right. I prefer the bottom.
All right. So podcast listeners that listened to our episode last week could kind of tell that even through the episode, I was getting much more mouth breathy. Much more mouth breathy. So
Yeah.
on Saturday, when I took my wife in to get her shingles checked, which was just an allergic reaction, I was noticing my throat was getting a little more sore, a little harder to breathe, and I was tempted to say, hey, we're already at urgent care. I know I don't know where my insurance card is. I should probably get this checked out. But we ended up not doing it. I ended up going to work that day. As that day went on, I started getting chills.
Oh,
and then
no.
it started hurting to eat and hurting to swallow water.
Oh.
And
Do you have rabies?
we'll get there.
Oh, it's a possibility.
What?
So So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna take something for this fever because these chills, I can barely move. I'm just shivering. I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming it's fever, whatever. So then
You
I'm
just got that Black Friday fever, baby.
forcing water down. Sunday, no relief. All I'm getting is at least ibuprofen and Aleve will take the fever down, but my throat still like I can't eat anything. I can barely swallow, but I'm at least trying to get these fluids in me. Monday is one more day, but since I've been constantly taking the fever reducer, I'm not feeling the chills. But I left work early that day. I just couldn't stay.
Okay.
Tuesday and Wednesday, I had mandatory days off as a store leader. So I'm like, screw this. I'm going to the doctor. I haven't been to the doctor in 8 years.
Oh, wow.
At all for any reason. It's about
That was me
time.
last year. I was like, I should go to the doctor.
I mean, I looked at my throat in the mirror. Now, I normally have larger than normal tonsils. But now they were touching and like they already have pockets, but now the pockets were like oozing in pus. So I went to the doctor, the urgent care center. We kind of went through all the stuff. I wasn't feeling the pain or the chills, even though I stopped taking the fever reducer at 11 p.m. the night before. I didn't get in until noon, so that should have worn off by that time, but I was not showing fever. I was told I have one of the most impressive infections they've ever seen, which is not a good thing.
That's a dubious honor.
They asked me how I was able to breathe, which I'm like, as long as I'm not congested, which I sometimes still am, my nasal passage is fine. It just really hurts here, and I can't swallow. I've not been eating much over the past 3 days. I think over 3 days I ate 2 pieces of bread, a piece of toast, and a banana. And that banana made me hack up phlegm for about 20 minutes.
Oh.
So it turns out this tonsillitis that I get about once every other year, serious case about once every 5 years that I've just been kind of letting sit. This one was caused by a strep infection. So I've probably had strep for the past 7 days.
That's not good.
And I am now on a 10-day antibiotic and a stronger anti-inflammatory than my wife is on. I'm going to go back in about, a week since my last appointment. I already had a follow-up. I'm going to get a full physical, and we're going to discuss the pros and cons of whether I should get rid of the tonsils or whether it's not worth the hassle because I'm this much older. It's going to take me longer to recover, and the fact that I need my voice for work.
Yeah, I got mine chopped out, and it was totally worth it. I used to get strep throat like once a year.
Especially, one of the pros would be the fact that I'm possibly prone to sleep apnea, and I just don't know it.
Oh, yeah. I had that too. So I had my tonsils cut out and like a whole bunch of other crap just nixed, just get it all out.
Yeah, but we definitely have to wait until this whole infection gets purged, otherwise I'm at risk for sepsis.
Yeah. Here, let's just cut into these big infected nodes. Okay. Oh, now it's everywhere. Okay.
But if we do it like my sister did it a few years back, they also do have the water pressure. They basically just take a high pressure water jet and just blast your tonsils out of existence.
Jesus.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know they did that.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, especially someone who's really afraid of drowning. But I would do it. I don't care.
So it must be like those water saws that like
I think so.
You see cutting stone and countertops and stuff, but like on a tonsil scale.
But yeah, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna probably do it in January, and hopefully around the time that I'm already gonna try and take a couple days off to go up to Christmas in Wisconsin, north of Wisconsin, because then I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, that's good. Be like, sorry, can't chat. I got my tonsils out, so just have a little.
If
sign.
you need to take any sick days from the the podcast, make sure you run that by Janet and HR.
Yeah. I'd
Well,
like to
yeah,
not,
Lance-
because I still want to be on a podcast with Lance. I haven't spoken to him since, what was it, summer of 03?
Yeah.
Summer of 04? I don't know what it was.
Not 03. I wasn't even in college in 03.
Oh, that's right.
No, I think it was
Summer of
summer of 05 after
Yeah.
I was an RA the year after. So yeah, it's been a while. I remember that. We threw fireworks at the building that we lived in.
Yeah, we did.
That was fun. Lance had gotten some, like, I don't know, some sort of like popper things that you'd light them and throw them, and it would take a couple seconds and they would go bang. I don't know. Probably not legal, but fun nonetheless. Okay, well, that's good to hear. I'm glad at least you got that sorted out.
Yeah, I'm already 20 times better as it stands.
All right, so
I can eat. I've been eating.
I must have had something similar to that, like, happen to me, because there was like 3 years ago when I had a really hard time. Like, I just couldn't eat or swallow, and I was really sore, and I looked at the back of my throat, and it was like white, basically.
Yep.
But they were like, it's not strep. They did the strep test, and they're like, this isn't strep. It must be a viral infection. And I was like, shit.
They told me that it was one of the quickest times they've ever seen the quick strep tests go positive.
It was just so much strep. Like,
apparently.
It overloaded the test strip.
I am a streptococcus machine, apparently.
Yeah. Well, aren't we all just giant big bags of bacteria?
Yeah, we are. We're more bacteria than human. Now, when I get a sore throat, which still happens occasionally, I have like this tiny little nub that like tries to become an inflamed tonsil. But like it feels weird because it's super tiny in there. Like it's just whatever remnants of tonsil tissue didn't get cut out.
Yeah. Bodies are weird, huh?
They are weird.
That's just it. Like, you just like be sick for no reason, and they're like, "Yeah, it's a virus. You'll get over it in a couple days." And you're just like, "Okay." Like, I hope I'm not dying. Like, maybe you are.
We all are.
Know.
Just depends on how quick.
All right. Let's start with something else. I have played like no games.
I
played Super Mario Run for like 10 minutes earlier.
No video games. Let's talk about that, because that's like the new hotness. That literally just dropped today. So when this episode comes out, it'll be like, that dropped late last week. It's been out for a few days at this point. What is it?
It's I guess an endless runner. I've never done that genre before, so it's new to me. And the whole gameplay is just one finger tapping the screen.
Well, it's definitely not an endless runner. There are ends, and they're not procedurally generated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are procedurally generated levels, though, aren't there? Aren't the rally ones like that, like never ending?
It might be. I haven't gotten into that yet. Okay, but it definitely feels more like a platformer than like a Flappy Bird game.
Okay.
And it's got a lot of style. It's got that whole Mario nostalgia going on, and that's really the best thing it has going for it. It's super polished and hits the right nostalgia notes.
I think you can unlock playing as Luigi, Toad, and Yoshi through unlocking special things. Because I'm a Luigi guy all day long.
Yeah.
I was always a princess in the in Super Mario Brothers 2.
I think she's unlocked from the start. I remember. I want to say this for those of you who are like me and on Android and can't play this game, or someone who's like, man, I'd like to play a one-button touch platformer. TJ, do you know what game I'm talking about?
Are you going to talk about the Rayman one?
Rayman Jungle Run is an incredibly good game, and it's basically the exact same thing, but with a lot more content in it. It's just check out Rayman Jungle Run. It's $3, I think, and you buy it just up front. And yeah, it's the same kind of concept. So I played a lot of that game, and it's just basically a platform where your guy's constantly running to the right, and you tap to jump, and like, you know, you hit a wall, and if you tap to jump and then tap on the wall, you do like a wall jump, and you can do kind of combos from there.
Yeah.
That kind of seems exactly what this is. Yeah, exactly. And I heard it's well done. Like it's cool. I watched someone play about 20 minutes of it, and it seemed cool. It seems like it's pretty light on content because I think there's
Well, like it's showing me like what's 4 times 6?
24.
Like 24 levels. So if that's it, and like I'm only doing the free version so far, so that's the first 4 levels. But if it doesn't like have more coming in after that, then it's kind of pricey at $9. I think I'll still
it sounds like the rally
full version.
Isn't the world tour, or is just the world tour levels. It isn't procedurally generated.
Okay.
So it's just racing ghost versions of your friends and trying to beat them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an asynchronous.
Don't have friends.
Yeah.
Well, you can add me once I get it. So.
All right.
It's Luigi time. Okay. Wahoo!
I don't know. It just kind of seems like looking at the game, it just seems like it's not a lot of levels to me. I don't know. I was wondering if it was going to be like, this will be like 40 or 50 levels.
I would be surprised if they don't just add more at some point.
Yeah,
it seems
sure,
like
totally.
An easy enough game that they could just patch in a bunch more.
Yeah, so it's 24 levels across 6 worlds. So it's 4 levels, 6 worlds.
Yeah, and then each level has like 3 variations as far as like there's special coins that you have to get, and there's 3 difficulties for that.
Yes, there's a purple, pink, and then pink, purple, and then black coins. So, but the levels are all like handcrafted. They're all like built. Yeah, it's not a procedurally generated thing. So, I don't know. I think the craziest thing I've seen and read about is Mario doesn't die when he runs into a Goomba.
No,
he just like parkours over it.
Yeah, parkour Mario. That's what this is.
What?
Here's Mario.
That is exactly what this is. They should just call it that.
Mario's Edge?
No, parkour Mario.
Mario teaches typing. That's a good game.
Math Blasters.
I
can't wait for Math Blasters Go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Number Munchers Go.
Wait, Number Munchers Go?
Number Munchers Go.
So you go around to like different locations and solve math problems to get like little Number Muncher creatures.
I still think Rocket League Go with in-car support.
Oh yeah, holy shit! That's the end of the world right there.
But in a good way. It's the best apocalypse.
I agree, definitely. Holy shit, we would just all die. I don't know. That sounds like fun. But fuck, where are we at? Yes. Brett actually mentions an article that 538 had about viruses. I want to see what this is about.
Science Corner?
Yeah, but wait, let me find the article he's talking about. I just gotta find 538 virus. Sorry, here we go. 2 days ago. What % virus are you? Is this article? Science Corner me up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So it's really interesting. Viruses are crazy because they are like a mysterious illness that's basically undetectable. Like it's, basically because there's just bazillions of different types of viruses. Like they're saying like a 1 drop of surface seawater has about 10 million viruses in it. I mean, they're just
and the only way they test if you have certain viruses because they have to look for your body's response to it.
Correct.
They can't actually find any trace of it.
Yes, because viruses are so small, the only images that we have of them come from electron microscopes, and it's crazy. So there's like no way to see them. Like bacteria, if you want to test to see if someone has bacteria, like with the streptococcus, they take a swab, put it in some petri dish, and bam, colony grows. And then they can like look at them in a microscope and be like, yep, that's strep. Done.
Aren't viruses both kind of like living and not living to the point where they can't really be called life?
Yeah, viruses
Yeah.
are weird.
They're not
basically
organisms.
proteins. They're like
Yeah.
organized protein, but they don't actually have any DNA. So
They have
Correct.
a strand.
kind of,
Yes. Well, that's not true. That's retroviruses.
Oh, true.
Um,
Yeah.
So, but anyway, viruses are interesting because they're not like bacteria. They can't split on their own. They basically have to invade healthy cells and use the materials inside healthy cells to make copies of themselves to reproduce. So they're like pretty much the most insane, like virus, like the most insane infective agent. Because like bacteria just kind of fight your healthy cells and eat them and whatnot and take over, and edge healthy cells
they
out.
deprive your nutrients.
Yes, whereas viruses kill your cells and reproduce themselves by doing that. But they're talking about this. So with retroviruses, how does this say this? The host cell's genome's virus inserts into a reproductive cell, and that cell goes to produce an offspring. The viral DNA gets passed on from parent to child as part of the genome. At this point, the virus is locked in and passed on from generation to generation. So basically what it's saying is that like if your parent or your parents' parents or your parents' parents' parents got infected with a virus that infected one of their reproductive cells, and that cell went on to produce an offspring, when you're born, it's copying that information. So, this virus came in, inserted part of its DNA into your DNA before you were born, and then boom, you're made out of it. So like our actual cells and part of the human genome is probably part virus. Scientists are saying over 100,000 sequences that they found in human genomes probably originated as virus. So over the centuries and centuries of humans reproducing and being born and making new kids, the viral sequences have like happened. And what were they saying? They think that there's 50 infection events in the distant past, like kind of found like big kind of worldwide infection events that kind of spread in the genome. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
And now we're learning how to take advantage of that with CRISPR, and we'll use engineered viruses to deposit the specific genes that we want.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
So
make the viruses our bitch.
So let's see here. 8% of the human genome, they're saying an estimate, is originated as invasive retroviruses. So there it is. That's how much virus we are.
The rest of the story.
That's right. Yeah, so it's actually pretty cool. They're like trying to find like mononucleosis, common cold, viruses, and kind of seeing how they've aged over the years, because they can kind of find ancient virus DNA data in the human genome and compare that to what cold viruses look like now, and maybe see how that has continued forward. So yeah, it's pretty cool how viruses can basically become part of us. They're like symbiotes.
We contain multitudes.
Yes. Yes. So they're talking about, I'm trying to think of, this is a long article and I haven't read it before we started talking about it. So I'm only piecing together my information learned into this. So yeah, viruses are fucked up. But yeah, you hear some terrifying stats when you go to school for biology and stuff, where they're just like, I don't know, some like 70% of most doctor visits end with we don't know what's causing that. We can't tell, because if it's not one of the big known viruses or one of the big known bacteria, it's like, it's probably just some weird virus that no one's ever mapped. So you'll probably feel better in a couple weeks, because the human immune system. You'll die. Well, yes, but for most healthy adults, the human immune system is more than enough to fight those things off. Except for, of course, the big viruses that we hear all about, like the HIV. But yeah, so viruses are fucked up. And TJ did not have a virus; he had a bacteria.
Yep.
I can't think of the last time I had strep, because that was the last real bad sore throat I had, and it was not strep. I assumed it was strep.
You're probably
'cause I was
fine
this is
now because you're on medicine, but don't like lick any cuts or scrapes or anything.
Yeah.
You'll get the flesh-eating kind.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's science.
Oh God, yeah.
Don't.
Maybe.
Yeah, just to be safe, stay away from brackish water.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that the whatever. You'll have you have the streptococcus version of the staph infection, MRSA. Yeah, oh, that flesh-eating bacteria is fucked up, man. We're all gonna die. Is what I've learned. We're all gonna freeze to death.
And the flesh-eating bacteria goes so fast.
Oh yeah.
Like, you have to notice it immediately and start getting treatment within hours, or you're pretty much going to lose huge chunks of flesh.
Yeah. Don't
never go outside.
Don't back off on a staph infection. Just some red bumps that turn into big, deep holes in your skin, basically. Yeah. God damn it, huh? Why did the fucking Science Corner turn into the scary John looking up pictures of horrible staph infections on his computer? So, hold your loved ones close. Hug your kids because you're going to die.
Not too close because they might be covered in germs.
That's true.
Wear your protective gauze.
Mm-hmm.
Cover yourself completely in latex, and then you can hug your loved ones.
I mean, don't make me turn this into a what not to Google search corner.
No.
Latex full body condoms?
Nope. Let's talk about this. Before we end, and I don't want everyone to feel like, oh, I'm going to die. I'm scared. I'm a germaphobe now. But think about your daily life and how much you come into contact to. You're picking up thousands of bacteria and viruses every day, and your body does a bang-up job of just knocking it out before a virus happens. It's only the real rare stuff that your body's not prepared for that you're going to get sick. So you're probably going to be fine until
Is the hygiene hypothesis still a thing?
What's that? That we're all too clean?
That we're not being exposed to enough junk, so that's why we have more problems with allergies.
That could be.
Our immune system doesn't have enough experience fighting stuff, so it kind of overreacts.
That is, on a general basis, true, and that's how people get like hay fever and stuff because they just their body. But that's not always the case on why that happens. But it is a cause. But yeah, that is totally something. They actually talk about how the overuse of antibiotic soap is really bad because they're like, if you're not in a hospital, you don't really need antibiotic soap. Like, if you're not sick, like if you have a cold, you should probably use antibiotic soap so you're not spreading your cold around everyone else. But if you're just a regular healthy person, you just need to get the dirt off your hands. Like you don't need to like kill 99.9% of bacteria on your hands because
and
bacteria
bar soap is just like, it's fun.
I love bar soap.
That bar soap around in your hands. Yeah, I switched to Dove like hand soap, like just the straight up bar, and it's way better than the pump.
Oh, you're talking about for hand washing.
Yeah.
I use the squirty stuff. I use bar soap in the shower. All right, stop. Hammer time. What's everyone's shower routines?
You start from the top and go down.
I just want to know everyone's. This is like the episode of Seinfeld where Kramer is like, I take 25 minutes to take a shower. And they're like, what? What are you doing? He's like, I don't know. Nobody taught me how to take a shower. Am I doing it wrong? I think this is important.
Take that long easily.
Yeah. I'll start with my shower routine. Oh, no, unless you want to go.
No,
sound like you're ready. All right. When I wake up in the morning, I go in the shower. I do a terrible, wasteful thing. And that is turn the shower on and sit in the toilet and do my morning business while the shower warms up for like 10 minutes. So I'm wasting a lot of water. But it's nice in the winter because it gets warm and steamy in the bathroom. And it's like I'm getting a little steam bath. But I don't know. I use Irish Spring bar soap. I used to use the loofah and the squirty soap, but I switched off that. Straight bar soap. Bar to skin contact. I feel like it's the cleanest you can get. let's see here. I use a shampoo and conditioner, separate, of course. Got a shampoo, wash it out, condition, let it sit while I wash the rest of my body with the bar soap. And then I rinse the conditioner out. And I only do the shampoo and conditioner every other day because I don't want my hair to dry out. That's my shower routine. I don't do any of the crazy shit like some people toothbrush in the shower, which seems crazy.
How?
I've heard people shave in the shower. That's crazy.
I've brushed my teeth in the shower before, and I hate it though because like the water's warm and it just doesn't. I gotta have cold water when I brush my teeth.
That's something weird about that. Like the warm water is like, ooh. No,
my wife brushes with warm water. I
She's
brush the cold.
a fucking monster.
Commie.
Is it communist?
Here's my shower routine.
Okay, this is good. This is good. We can take notes. People can compare. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us what we're doing wrong.
So this is the recent variation. So I wake up, I roll out of bed, I put clothes on, and I go to work, and then after work, I ride the stationary bike for like an hour or two, depending on how good the show I'm watching is, and then I shower, and I'll usually shave while the water's warming up, so I get that nice steam going in the room.
See, that's the thing. Like I sit on the toilet and read
the
newspaper.
Open up those pores, you know.
But the steam. I like the hot shower going in the room, getting all steamed up. I know Adam does the same thing. Having been a roommate with him, that he likes the steam room.
It's good for your sinuses.
Yeah.
And then I'll spend a few minutes trying in vain to make my phone pair with my Bluetooth speaker.
Yep.
So that'll work out, and I'll turn on a podcast. And then once I get into the shower, it's pretty straightforward. I just primarily a water man. I don't even have like a bar soap. I just scrub down with water, and then I shampoo, and then kind of like scrub down with the leftover suds from the shampoo too.
Yeah.
And here's an important bit. I have chapped lips like constantly. So when my lips are good and water soaked, I just rub all the dead shit off of them.
Oh.
That's a pro tip.
That's a pro tip. Shower lip cleaning. Okay, I want a couple pointers.
from me or
gonna critique. No, I actually just want to point out same thing I didn't mention. I have a Bluetooth speaker as well in the bathroom that I'll listen to podcasts. So you can listen to Born in the 80s in the shower. Think about that. Our listeners are naked, lathering themselves up.
I do have like that moment where I'm like trying to think of what to play, and I'm always really self-conscious. Like, what if my neighbors downstairs hear this while I'm showering?
Yeah,
and
they hear Ira Glass going on.
This is what he listens to when he's naked.
Yeah,
or like I listen to like pop culture and pop psychology stuff, and sometimes the stuff they'll get into is not really what I want my neighbors to overhear me listening to in the bathroom.
Wait, no. So, do your neighbors have a direct line into your bathroom?
The bathroom floor is the least soundproof part of the apartment.
So, if you were to hump in your bathroom, people would hear it?
Yeah.
Man, don't do that.
That's there's nowhere comfortable for that to happen in the bathroom.
That's true.
Not at mine, anyways.
That's actually that's a universal truth, by the way.
Yeah.
Bathrooms are not good for sex.
Can I throw in a bonus non-shower related tip?
Yeah.
I do the Dollar Shave Club thing.
Okay.
And I just bought a pack of what they go to dollarshaveclub.com/born in the
we haven't got a referral link yet.
These wet wipes for adults.
Okay.
One wipe Charlie's, and they're amazing. I bought a pack, and it's like if I could install a bidet in my apartment, I would. But this is the next best thing. So fresh and so clean.
Nice. And you're on the second floor, so the backing up of the wet wipes will not flood your apartment with pool water.
It says they're fine as long as you only flush one at a time.
It says they're fine, but they are not.
No.
Everyone will tell you that works as a plumber. They lie.
Hey, just roll with it.
They're trying to make you feel good. And they make you feel good, so you don't want to question it. But the real truth is you need to get a bidet. Just get one of those electronic
I just don't know, how did we as a society, like, we started out just wiping our asses with our hands and then leaves and then dry paper, and we're like, let's just stop then. Let's just stop at the dry paper and not improve from there.
FYI, that is exactly, if you look back to like what they used before toilet paper, they had the hand scoop method and
they had cloth towels for a while.
Or like
the Sears catalog, back when it was paper.
Yeah. And then but literally, then they would just wash their hands off the water, and then that would be, or you would have a tub of dirty water to stick your hands in.
I saw a documentary about Henry VIII once.
Okay.
And they were talking about how his like toilet attendant was. It was a really coveted position because you get the most one-on-one time with the king.
Yeah, but you have to wipe his butt.
You've got his ear. Yeah, you wipe it with like cloth towels that have to be washed.
Yeah,
and
that's what rich people had.
Mm-hmm.
Cloth towels. Let's see here.
We need TJ's shower.
All right, TJ, I need to. This is not just shower routine. This is like the morning routine. What you do. And if you don't shower in the morning, of course, we need the shower part.
I like to shower in the morning. It's kind of gets me aware for the day, and nice and fresh for whatever I need to get
fresh,
done.
So clean.
Exactly. So I do the same thing. I'll start the shower before I get in there. So make my business on the toilet.
Yep.
And then I go with usually a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner. I know it's not as good for the conditioning, but I like to shampoo more anyway. I like my hair dry when it's done. Gives it a bit more volume, but makes me be able to do some stuff with it. On special days, I will use the in-shower face wash. Usually, like the orange with the little speckles in it.
Yeah, the scrubby bits.
Yeah, that one's really good.
And it smells like candy.
I actually had a shampoo. It was a generic Target shampoo that smelled like Sweet Tarts. Like honestly,
it's weird when that stuff like smells too much like food, and then your mouth starts watering.
Yeah, because I don't want to eat in the shower.
No,
it happens.
I'm with Kramer though. I could live in the shower. I love being in the shower.
Yeah,
it's just so steamy, so warm.
Oh yeah. Now the times I do want to listen to music, I usually listen to music in the shower. If I don't want to go just directly from my phone, I will actually bring in a set of computer speakers I have sitting in my room, plug them into an outlet, and plug them into my phone.
I've done that before too. Yep, in my old apartment, I actually had a set of speakers set up in the bathroom just all the time.
Otherwise, I do have a couple Bluetooth speakers, but they do run better with direct connection, so I'll usually do it that way. Yeah. You don't get those cutouts when it goes from soft to loud.
Yeah, Bluetooth isn't like perfect, but it works in the shower generally.
Yep. Then for the body work, always top to bottom.
For the body work,
it's always top to bottom. I do use a puff style loofah.
Okay.
And usually run with whatever body wash I'm currently doing at the time. It's all based on scents. I like different things.
Like the smell.
Well, and the thing is, a lot of times I don't give a crap as long as I'm clean. So I let my wife pick because she knows when the scents are averse to her. So
she has to smell you. So
yep.
She gets to pick. Fair enough.
I definitely do the shave after the shower, so my face is soft enough.
Yes.
All that extra heat, all that extra moisture.
That's a pro tip.
Definitely gets in your skin, softens up your skin. Yeah. I need to during my next Dollar Shave Club thing that should be coming in soon. I need to. I've tried their shave butter and I don't like it. It's not my thing. I know it is for some people. I can't do it.
Yeah. That's like the pre-shave cream, right?
No,
Or is that a balm? I have like their aftershave balm stuff.
Yeah, I have their aftershave moisturizing cream. But I think they now have a lather. They now have a shave lather, and I want to try that out. Which would probably be better if I did have one of those nice brushes, but something. So yeah. I'll do what I gotta do. But in the meantime,
it's like 4 hairbrush or something.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, I usually prefer
I have one of those.
I usually prefer the gel over the cream if I'm using stuff from the store.
Well, as
I have Barbasol because the can looks sweet and it reminds me of Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. That's literally the reason why I buy Barbasol too.
Yeah,
which is the dumbest thing, but it's so true. It just makes me think of Dennis Nedry from the Dilophosaurus.
Are you fellas one towel guys or multi-towel guys?
Oh, okay. Wait, before you answer that, I want to talk about my shaving technique because I have a big beard. So I actually trim my beard manually with scissors when it's dry. And then to trim the edges, I use a straight razor. I got straight razor. I got a boar hair brush. And I got the puck of soap in a mug that you put water in and lather up with the brush. And
the magic foam. Yeah.
The magic foam. And I love it. And the straight razor is the best. And
do you have one of those sweet leather straps to hone your blade?
A strop, as it's called. And no, I don't actually. I have a straight razor with replaceable blade. So I just bought a pack of regular blades.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, it is. Or a safety razor is also good. It's a single blade razor, but instead of holding it sideways, you hold it up and down like a regular Schick razor. So but I like the straight razor because you get a real close shave in one pass.
Yeah,
and
I would love to try it one day.
It's not that hard to use. I had a little blood.
Do you ever get real lazy and then it grows out too far to use a regular razor?
Yes.
So sometimes it gets too far and then I have to use my beard trimmer to trim it down. And then
I don't have that problem because with the straight razor, it doesn't matter how long.
That's what I was going to ask. You can just one pass it, even if it's a growth.
Yep. You just scoop and go.
Get one of those then.
I never get longer than 3 days, so I'm usually fine with whatever razor I've got. I just feel icky after a day and a half.
I think I'm gonna have to trim
my
the beard
facial
down.
hair grows so slow and it's so light that it's not noticeable until it is, and then it's really a problem.
Yeah, mine grows pretty slow too, so it just I haven't shaved in in years, so I don't even know what my face looks like underneath this. It's been that long.
I don't want to know what your face looks like on
it's like opening a tomb of horrors, I think. Just seeing my baby face that I have without the beard. So no, but you said towels.
If I squint my brain, I can sort of see what you looked like before. But
yeah, just look at the old Facebook pictures. You said what did you say you were, Matt? 2 towel, 1 towel?
I like to have 1 towel for the butt region and 1 towel for the face region, and never the twain shall meet.
Okay. So when everyone comes over to your house and you have your towels hanging up, there's a butt towel and a clean towel?
See, here's the thing, John.
Uh-huh.
If you use someone's bathroom and you dry your hands in a shower towel, you got to accept the fact that you're probably touching their butt.
That's true. Or they're going to be touched.
If I was a better host, I would have a separate hand towel. But honestly, that's just something that has only occurred to me now.
I have a separate hand towel for this reason.
My shower towel stays in my bedroom. So it goes to the bedroom with me. Yeah.
I'll tell you guys the greatest upgrade I've ever made in my entire life.
You put a hand dryer on the wall and you use that to dry your butt?
I have done that in the past. I've actually set up a hand dryer on the counter and used it to dry
on a Dyson blade.
I used to do that though. I totally did because you can have the hot air and it's nice and warm on you, and you get dry. But I don't do that. I used to dry my hair with a hair dryer too. I don't do that anymore. I don't even think I own a hair dryer because the one I had broke and I didn't bother to replace it. But my friends, buy yourself a goddamn luxurious robe and fucking
Yes.
I take a shower, I wash my or I dry my hair if I've washed my hair. Otherwise, if I haven't, and then I wipe like my legs with the towel, and then I put on the robe, and I luxuriously walk around my apartment preparing my daily coffee and stuff while I air dry. It's
Fair enough.
gorgeous.
I mean,
I did mention I do have a terry cloth robe. So usually I have a towel wrapped around my waist and then one over my head like I'm a Jedi, and then a terry cloth robe on over that.
Nice. You got to have layers because it's cold after you get out of the shower.
Yeah.
Especially
if
nowadays.
it's like a weekend where I'm just like not doing anything, then I'll get back in bed and throw a heated blanket over the rest of it.
I don't use my robe as much as I should, but the robe I currently have, I got last year for Christmas. It's a Pokeball robe.
Oh, nice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right. I'm going to give another triple morning routine pro trip.
I am a one towel person before we get to this.
Okay. Me
so-
too.
so
I use
for-
the same towel.
So first things first, even though I don't remember which side of the towel I use, and I did hear something that one side of the towel is fluffier than the other, it's supposed to do most of the drying, I don't even care. So this is going to sound very, I don't know, like Rain Man sort of esque the way I do it.
Oh, God. You're going to preface that with
Yes.
that comment.
I'm a terrific
prepared.
toweler.
One
I'm a great
side,
tower.
one side of the towel I use
Uh-huh.
for my head, front torso, all around both arms, and in my front pelvic area and groin area. The other side of the towel then gets flipped, rub my back with it, then get the butt and the legs.
Oh, okay. So the towel's not like divided in half. It's just like one side and then flip it over to the other.
Yes.
I saw towels once that it was divided in half the short way, and one side was white and the other side was brown.
That's not good.
But I don't figure out which
Or is
side
it
is
good?
which, and then it's just whenever I start wiping my hair and I start smelling that's when I have to change my towel.
Yeah.
No, that's the same kind of way with me and the robe. Let's see here.
How
Okay,
often are you
I have a,
change the
yep.
towel that you dry yourself with? Like,
Mhm.
is it like a wash it once a week kind of thing, or is it supposed to be more often than that?
No, I let it go a couple weeks. I do the
You're like
TJ
clean.
test.
Anytime it touches you, you're
Yeah,
clean.
no, exactly. I do the TJ test, and I'm like, I smell it, and I'm like, this smells kind of damp. Like it doesn't smell like fresh. So then I rotate.
There's a Dilbert comic that mentions that, but the
Uh-huh.
guy has like not washed his towel in like 3 years,
Mhm.
and he asks if the towels are supposed to crack when you fold them.
Yeah, no, that's a bad sign. No, but you're totally right though when you think about it, because it should never be dirty because it only touches you when you're at your cleanest. You
I don't know.
It just gets wet and then it dries out.
And it can get a little mildewy and stuff.
My butt and groin pits though sometimes have a little bit left.
Yeah, it's true. You can't get everything. It's hard. You can't see all those areas. So,
I mean, is that what you'd call them? The place where your groin touches your legs, those groin pits?
oh yeah, the groin pits. That
I love that sitcom.
that's a term though. That's like a thing. That's an area.
Wait,
The
are we
groin pit.
are we really gonna do?
No, that's the Fact of Life song.
Are we really gonna do
So-
groin pits to mention the fact that Alan Thicke died?
Transition, because we're
Groin.
sensitive.
Okay, I'm gonna say groin pits. I got a final tip though. If you
Yes.
want,
Are you doing it over this music?
yes, if you want to have the best morning of your fucking life, you have your laundry in your dryer. You snap that on for 20 minutes, and you put on a pair of underwear that just came out of the dryer.
Yes.
Change your life forever. Putting on warm underwear is the greatest joy in life. Alan Thicke died.
You know, head of the groin pits.
That's so sad.
But it is sad.
I watched every episode of Growing Pains when I was growing up.
Growing up. painfully.
It was on
It was
the
like
TV when I got home from school, so I saw it.
super
every day.
healthy looking all the time too. Like
Yeah,
he
way
was.
too young.
I think he kept in shape. He actually died while exercising, basically.
Yeah, playing
It
hockey
was
with his son.
the most Canadian thing you can do. But yeah, so that's just unfortunate, man. Like, just it's unlucky. Kind of one of those things.
All our icons
Gary
are
should get,
dying.
like- What'd you say?
All our icons are dying.
I know all of it. All the TV's
Is this
dads
what
are
it's
dying.
like getting old? Like
Somebody get
Like-
Michael Gross. We need to protect him. We need to protect Michael Gross. Who are some of the other TV dads from the 80s?
Bill Cosby. Oh,
Oh. Well, I could leave. He can fend for himself.
Who's the dad? Who's the dad on Family Ties?
That's Michael Gross.
That's Michael Gross. Okay, yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
actors from the '80s.
I want to
what
tell you
about
one
the
thing.
dad on Step by Step?
I don't know.
That's '90s though.
Oh, you know what though? Even 90s. We need to get what's his
We
name?
gotta
The guy
collect
from
them all.
Full House, the Dirty Mouth man,
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to get him. We need to make sure he's safe.
Has
Let's give him a
anyone
full body
checked out
checkup.
Bob Uecker lately?
Bob Uecker?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
the
like
dad of
retired,
Mr.
right?
Belvedere.
Holy shit! So it's just been a bad year. We talked about this a little bit on the podcast with Lance, which should be up before this comes out. But I talked about it. But 2016 was a fucking year of death, huh?
Yep.
Like
Okay,
we had
Patrick Duffy is still alive, so we're
Uh-huh.
safe there.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually have fantasized about having Michael Gross on this show because he's like one of my favorite actors in a sitcom, and I love sitcoms. What's his name? John Goodman. Let's make sure John Goodman's doing okay.
Oh,
Somehow
yeah.
he's still okay. How old's John Goodman?
Oh, I forgot that the guy from Tremors was Michael Gross.
Yeah. He's awesome. Let's see. How old is John Goodman? I want you to guess.
How old is he now?
Yeah.
He's like 80.
Maybe 65.
No, like
TJ,
70.
you're 1 year off.
So
64.
he's 12 years old. Oh, sorry, 64.
Yeah. 64.
Nintendo 64.
That's right.
Did
He
you
was
guys
born.
see,
Wow. He
did you
was
see
born
10 Cloverfield Lane.
4 days before my dad was. He's like the exact same age as my dad. He's most TV dad to me then. Did I see that terrible movie? No.
Wait,
You think
was it-
every movie is terrible?
Yeah.
Six-
Was it bad
he's
though?
64. He was born in 52.
No.
Yeah.
That's the year my mom was born.
John
What's
Goodman
his
was
birthday?
amazing in it.
What's June 24th is
Okay.
my papa.
Okay.
Now now he can be doxxed. Because now everyone knows his birth date. But they don't know his name, so that will still hold people up.
Where everybody knows your name.
Yeah, that's true. Those guys are all dead, probably.
Oh,
Frasier's
boy.
not.
Tremors 6 has been announced.
What? Sorry?
Tremors 6 has been announced as a straight-to-video sequel
Okay.
starring Michael Gross.
Yes. I love Michael Gross. He's my favorite. So wait, he's still acting and stuff?
Yeah. He was in some Law and Order episodes, and
I gotta figure out how to get a hold of this guy because
oh
he's my
man,
favorite.
he's playing grandpas now. We're old.
He's 70. Well, he's a year away from 70. So, man, he born in Chicago, Illinois. He went to Yale School of Drama. Fuck, man, he's like my favorite TV dad, though. Michael Gross. It'll be a sad day when he dies. So we need to get him on the show before then. If anyone knows how to contact Michael
Not have
Gross,
him listen to this episode where we're talking about him dying constantly.
well, I don't want him to die. IMDb Pro. I have to go to IMDb Pro to look up his contact information.
Yeah.
I
Buy
just
it.
want to know what his.
Let's do a
I just want to know what
Kickstarter.
his agent is.
Can't you usually Google that?
Uh-huh.
I think
Maybe.
if you just Google like celebrity contact, sometimes they have a record of it. He's got something on his
Michael.
website.
When I Google search Michael Gross agent, I get Michael Gross Allstate agent, Michael Gross real estate agent.
He's not really getting that SEO going.
Oh, I know. He's got to get that. So, but he has his own website?
Yeah, so for publicity inquiries, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Is this the right Michael Gross?
mgross.com?
No, some other dude.
That's a
That's
bestseller.
some other dude. Some fuck guy.
Whoa.
He's trying to be Michael Gross. I'm mad at him.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking, that is fake news, huh? Fake Michael Gross, 2016.
Yeah, Facebook, why aren't you filtering out the fake Michael Grosses?
That's right. It's gross how many Michael Grosses aren't real here.
The Michael Gross eye. Oh, I can get
That's
a
the plural
30-day
of
free
gross.
trial of IMDb Pro. I wonder if I can get in contact with Asan Co. through that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I want to talk about something else. Have you heard about Amazon Air? Amazon Prime Air?
Amazon.
I have.
Oh, yes. Drones.
They just
drones.
announced this like a week ago
They
that
announced
they've
it
started a beta test.
That's what they announced. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're like,
They have
is this real? And
They have two approved drone customers in the
two
UK.
subscribers
Just
in
two,
the UK.
Apparently, I'm guessing like high-ranking Amazon employees or something.
Or family members of high-ranking Amazon employees. So right now in the UK, outside of, where is it? Like Cambridge, they said, maybe? Right here. Oh, it doesn't say. But they have a drone like launch pad like center, which looks fucking amazingly like science fiction. Like they have these drone launch pads like that slide out with a drone on it, and then they get like a go button and fly off into the air. But right now they have two customers, which is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard of. It's literally two people, and it's like, hey, we got an order for this fucking porno. It's like, well, I know I have a 50% chance shot of knowing who that is. So no,
the first delivery was like a giant TV and some popcorn.
It was one of those 50-gallon tubs of lube that they have on Amazon. Have you seen that on Amazon?
Yeah,
55-gallon lube. That's one of those Passion Lubes, natural water-based lubricant, 55-gallon drum. The comments and reviews are quite fun to read. But I think that's amazing, and that's kind of like the future. And they were like showing that it looked like he had a little like landing pad in his yard.
Yeah,
so it would like, kind of target the landing pad.
It's got some kind of image recognition, like it's like almost a QR code kind of deal.
Yeah, and you could imagine. Yeah, and you can imagine like apartment buildings in cities will have like landing pads where deliveries will just get dropped off, and then people that live in that building could have keys to get up there to pick it up. I mean, like this. They're saying like people were talking about like we had to worry about the working class in America and, immigration, causing people to lose jobs and whatnot. Robots going to be taking our jobs pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, I always get so frustrated with people that are like, that feel that way about like the immigrants and stuff. It's like, you guys don't even realize what the real threat is here. Like all our jobs are going to be automated eventually. There's nothing that we can do that we can't make a machine do.
Yeah. So there's a couple really interesting. There's a couple of really interesting facts about this. Well, we're gonna have a situation where the future is minimum income, like what was it called? Just a living wage,
universal basic income.
Yes, universal basic income. Thank you. Yeah, and that's what we're gonna have in the future because there's going to be a point where humans will have everything so automated that we're just going to have money because it's going to start being impossible for people to have jobs. because so
Or
much.
we'll get to the Star Trek future where money just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Well,
We get our
not for a little
replicators.
not under
But
the
like,
current
think about that. The
administration.
universal basic income, like, I can't even wrap my head around that, how that system would work in practice.
All right. Well,
Like, what does that do to the prices when everyone gets this amount of money?
so
What's the point of even having money?
let's take 20 steps back, because the point here is, regardless of how much money you still, because there still will be some jobs, just very, very reduced. For people who still have jobs or still have, other ways of getting money.
Well, they call us creators, and the other people will be consumers.
Yeah. But hey, they can automate that too. It'll take longer.
But either way, the stuff that, income generated by, our new lord and master race, the robots, some of that will go into basically a hedge fund. And instead of trying to say who's worthy of this money and the time and money and whatever spent to do that, a la a welfare system, it costs a lot less to just say, here, everyone have this amount.
Yeah. Honestly,
sometimes it costs a lot less to say, here, everyone's got $10,000 a year.
Yeah, but I'm just like, months. I can't picture how the market reacts to that, and how our attitudes towards money will change, and it's gonna really throw a lot of stuff on its head.
It's okay. Our lives are going to be like that Black Mirror episode where he's living in that, the credits episode, where we're all living in a factory where we work on workout machines to generate energy, and then we can earn credits to spend on avatar clothing and possibly a chance to be on a reality TV show. That's like the human future. Or the Matrix, and we all are turned into robot batteries.
I'm for the Matrix one. That sounds fun.
How do we know
it's
that
only a
isn't
matter
already
of time
right now?
Well, given the odds, it probably is.
Of course. Okay, I want to talk about the drone.
Also, in terms of creative stuff, it's only a matter of time before it's like, hey, have you heard the latest procedurally generated song from whatever software band group company corp?
Yeah, there's actually some really cool I feel like it must have been an NPR podcast that talked about, I think it was David Cope, who's a guy who built some virtual composers that scanned all the famous masters and can procedurally generate music that sounds like their style, and it really does. You'll hear it and you'll be like, wow, that sounds like a Bach chorale. I'm like, yeah, that's Bach number 75 that I generated. You're like, huh, weird, but kind of cool in a way. You know what I mean? When you think about it, Bach has been dead for so long, yet his style is just so recognizable still today. And
we have made Robobach.
I spaced out for 30 seconds. And when you said Bach, I was forgetting that he was a composer. I was just thinking you talked about Baccarat, the casino game.
Or Johann Sebastian Bach from Skid Row.
That brings new kind of weight to my I'll Be Bach t-shirt.
It's right. He is Bach already. No, I want to talk about this drone because this is fucking crazy. So they put out this twee video of this fucking 50-year-old man ordering Amazon Fire Stick and some popcorn, and the drone happened, and 30 minutes later after he ordered it dropped it off in his yard. All right, how will Amazon integrate prime air vehicles into the airspace? We believe the airspace is safest when small drones are separated from most manned aircraft traffic, and where airspace is determined by capabilities. To learn more, our airspace proposals are here and here. So they don't actually have a plan yet. It's for all proposals. But in this area of the UK, it's cool. This is literally two people, right? They're saying, what kind of weather can you operate during the trial? We're currently permitted to operate during daylight hours when there are low winds and good visibility, but not in rain, snow, or icy conditions. So, literally, if you are one of these beta testers and you want to order something, it has to be 5 pounds or less. It has to only be on a sunny day that there's not too much wind. So you got to like call up Amazon and be like, can I order something right now? And they're like, yeah, you can order something. And there's 30 people waiting for 2 people to order just a random dog treats. Like, anyway.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of like a thing
this is mostly publicity. Like,
yes,
there are companies that are doing this for real that just aren't as good at publicizing as Amazon is.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Rwanda, they're using drones to resupply remote hospitals.
That's that's pretty awesome.
That's like the more practical use case, and everything that Amazon's doing, it might someday become like an actual business plan for them, but mostly it's, hey, look at us. But it's still awesome.
Yeah. All right, you guys want yourself a 55-gallon drum of Passion Lubes. It's a steal at $1,300.
I don't know if a drone
free shipping
lift a 55-gallon.
That's about 2 weeks worth. We're good.
Prime.
Yeah, it's a steal because you want to get yourself an 8-ounce container of this Passion lubricant. That's gonna set you back $10. 55 mother effing gallons for only $1,300. I don't think that this is a real product, because if you look at the images on the site for this lubricant drum, it looks very much
is just over 7,000 ounces.
Yes, it looks like
is
they
888 ounce containers.
Yeah, so
it's a good deal.
Yeah, exactly. No, the drum in the image on the Amazon page, it literally just looks like a blue drum that someone like photoshopped the word Passion water-based lubricant on it. And then the other images are of sexy, scantily clad women coming out of the barrel.
Yeah, that is definitely Photoshop.
Yeah, it's not real. Also, there's some insane shit that I am finding connected to this page. I.e. the infant circumcision trainer.
Yes. What?
This is all the stuff that like winds up on BuzzFeed lists together.
This is a real thing that I'm glad exists, actually, looking at this product, because I feel like you probably should have some sort of training for this, because
it's not showing up for me. Is it like a breast trainer?
I think so.
I think that's usually, isn't that, I don't know, the rabbi doesn't do that, right? I don't know enough about Jewish stuff. But like, if it's somebody that's not like their full-time job.
This is a fake like thing, this drum. Like,
yeah, it's totally fake.
It says from the manufacturer, 55 gallons of life-changing fun. Looking for the perfect bachelorette party gift? Trying to impress your friend on how big your lube bottle is? Whether you're planning a disastrous office prank, which would be pretty good, or trying to get a really big finger through a really tiny ring, the 55-gallon drum of Passion Natural Water-Based Lube is perfect for you. Formula is glycerin-free, making it non-sticky and body safe for glycerin sensitivities. No glycerin in this, so it doesn't work. Anyway, yes, they are.
Can I bathe in this? My friend, you can bathe in anything.
Okay. Now, Okay, so the company NASCO sells the most absolute horrifying things that you can find on. Wow. Okay. Advanced geriatric mannequin. It is a old man CPR dummy that is anatomically correct and horrifying looking. Testicular exam simulator. Ooh.
Oh, these are like medical training things.
Yes, these are medical training tools. Like serious medical. Wow, you can buy anything at Amazon. You can buy CPR infant training packs, human body fat replicas, everything you need. Scalpel handles, basic
X-ray dental mannequin. It's only $3,000.
This female geriatric mannequin will be the episode image title, as it is scary. And her
Lower
dead eye
stump bandaging simulator.
That's right. You want your gross medical supplies? We got them. Oh my god, this is like
Oh, I
heinous.
think I see the mannequin. That's
Are
horrifying.
you talking about the lady? Because
Yeah,
there's a
it's
man
a
mannequin
lady.
that's even sad. Well, click on the man, you'll get the lady.
It says Simple Simon, but it's definitely a lady.
Would you like to check out this pericardiocentesis simulator?
That was a whole lot of
Episiotomy,
words.
lateral suture
Oh,
simulator.
nope, I found the geriatric one.
Yeah, that's right. Would
Hey,
you like a life form male and female catheter model set to learn how to insert a catheter?
I have a fun little doctor story too.
Okay.
I went in like a couple weeks ago just to get a checkup. So as part of it, they did some blood draws. And I learned that when you're getting blood drawn, it's possible for the nurse to, quote, blow out the vein. So I don't know, that must be like when they go straight through it or something. Because I ended up having this like massive 5-inch wide bruise like over my arm. And it's still there. Now it's like contracted down to like an inch long dark bruise. But it was just like, I had this horrifying mental image of like this shredded vein in my arm bleeding, and it was painful and terrible. So don't ever go to the doctor ever.
So TJ might know what this is, but so I mentioned an episiotomy suturing simulator. TJ knows what an episiotomy is.
Oh, yes.
I do too, because I unfortunately have medical people in my family.
Yep.
Matt, do you know what an episiotomy is?
Okay, let me try and work it out.
Okay.
Otomy is cutting,
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
and episi is like a fun word for your dingle dong.
Okay.
Close.
You're very close.
Very close. You're in the general region.
Mm-hmm.
You might just need a little.
Episiotomy.
You might need a little bit more chromosome for this, though.
Okay, so it's like a lady parts thing.
So let's say you're having a baby, right? And the baby's
Yeah.
head's too big.
Well, let's take it a couple steps back because
Okay.
honestly,
Oh,
there's gonna
okay.
there's gonna be some damage down there regardless.
Gonna be some tearing, probably.
So what's gonna
You'll
happen
get some
is
tearing.
if you choose not to go episiotomy,
Uh-huh.
you'll rip in whatever direction it rips.
Correct.
Okay. If you go episiotomy, that is
So with this you perforate it.
no, it's close to that because you do a guiding cut to
You just
guide
cut it.
the rip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's something that's pretty much happens all the time. You're drugged up, and they sew you up, and you'll be fine later. You know, it's just a normal thing.
You get a local anesthetic.
Yes, they take care of
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Check this shit out, though. I like Your Design Medical pocket suture pad with wounds. It's literally just a little like gelatin like case, right? With 2 little cuts in it, and then you can use your suture kit to cut these 2 like skin like that's like skin facsimile like things together. So this is an insane part of Amazon that I have found. Like there are insane suture pads where you basically you get like a pad of like human skin gel and you make a cut in it, and then you have to practice suturing it up. Because of course, how else are you going to practice sutures? You know, you're not going to do it live on someone.
It's like a simulation gel, or is it?
Yeah, it's like a simulation
not
gel.
actually cultured cells.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just a gel. It's like just a light, like a fleshlight. Like fake flesh.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think of. I don't.
You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like a sex toy thing, like just fake human flesh that you have to.
John, for your birthday, I'm gonna get you the testicular exam simulator.
I saw that. Yes. There he is. So, learn how to do sutures. Wow, there are a lot of these actually, that's cool though. It's like good to know that this industry exists that's teaching our doctors how to do everything perfectly, and it also makes me thankful I decided to not continue down a pre-med path.
The life form fat old Fred mannequin.
Oh, wait, fat old Fred mannequin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Healthy, unhealthy foot care set.
No,
That looks
I
like
don't know
some
what
real
it is
bad
about
foot
this.
care.
Oh, you know what else NASCO has? They have artificial
Gatorade
blood
powder.
by the quart. Grocery and gourmet food is the section that artificial blood is in. Oh
Well,
my god.
I mean, it's edible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like corn syrup and mint
Mm-hmm.
and
This is
red.
just cool though. Like, oh, and they sell the ready or not tot. Have you seen the ready or not tot?
No.
No.
Intermediate? Okay. So the ready or not tot, you may remember like, hey, we're at a school and we want to give kid like a baby that cries and acts like a baby to teach them to not
Oh,
have
I've heard of those.
protected sex. So yeah, so they're basically like a baby care model that like will cry. So it's got like a speaker in it and like sensors to see how much it's like moved, you know, and like if it's been dropped or whatnot. So yeah, you can buy one of those from NASCO. This is fucking sweet, man. I'm glad we found this YouTube simulator because this is wow. Body fat replica magnet. Put that on your your fridge. What is this shit? Oh my god. Anyway, cool. So if you need to buy medical supplies, they got it at Amazon now. I also like that
There's just like hardware stuff mixed in, I guess,
yes,
to like
there's
maintain
a
and
fucking
care for the mannequins.
yes, NASCO official size 5 football. It's just a football. I wonder if this is just like a plastics manufacturer that's like, oh, we make a football too. If you want a fun little football to go with your skin vein replacement kit for pediatric injection head model.
Petroleum stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, would you like a 13-week-old fetus?
Single use
Because we've got one. $47.75.
Stuff bandage simulators.
This is amazing. I could look at this all night.
Supplementary ear exam set.
Elderly pressure ulcer foot. Diabetic injection pad refill. Fetus 5 months male. This is amazing. The stuff that you can buy on Amazon.
Male genital insert infant catheter trainer.
I feel like if you bought some of this stuff, like you go on a list somewhere. Like I want to imagine what your like Google ad start being when you've bought some of these things. I'm wondering what's going to have now.
Like, I love the body fat replica because it's like just something that some doctor would have sitting on their desk. Like, let me demonstrate a point with this. This is what's inside you. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's actually really funny because I was friends with people at the school I went to where they talked about they went to like nursing school, right? And it was like, you know, they had all these weird like human simulacrum like dolls that they would use and stuff in their like training lab. You know, it's like you kind of have to do that, right? Like,
yeah.
All right, NASCO also has NASCO Mountain Woodland Oil Holder. It's just a ceramic carafe with like a pastoral woodland scene on it. Like this company just makes everything.
When you're done with that, why not some NASCO 1 quart Riptide Rush Instant Gatorade Frost Powder?
Exactly. Replacement pad, perineal laceration, episiotomy.
Oh no, I know what that is.
Yeah. Replacement skin and veins, IV arm. That's what. See, the person you got the IV from needed to train more on their life.
I could tell right when it went in that something wasn't right because, like, I'm no stranger to getting blood drawn. Like as a kid, I had to get it all the time.
How's your stats?
This needle felt different. My stats, I got my cholesterol. It's real good.
Okay, that's good.
All my stuff's good. My sugars, I don't have the sugars.
Good.
I'm gonna live forever, basically.
All of my stuff was, you're all right. You probably should do better. Nothing's in a danger zone. I need to eat better. I literally closed out of the tab.
Oh God!
And I have the image of the female nude elderly mannequin that I took a picture of on my desktop. And literally, I just switched to that, and it scared the fuck out of me. We got to end this podcast. It's
replacement
time.
Vein manifold for advanced vein puncture injection arms.
It's fucking insane the shit you can buy. I would like to mention, Matt, that I have left the source and gone directly to the NASCO website where they have an entire catalog of ridiculous and hilarious looking things that you can buy. But I guess this industry would exist, you know? It has to.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the medical stuff is interesting, but like the other weird random products that are thrown in. Like, I guess Gatorade can be a medical thing if you're like treating somebody that has like severe like dehydration or whatever, but it's just weird random shit.
Yeah, like there's some crazy mannequins. Like, do you want to hear something else crazy? I'm looking at their website and they have even more. Check this out. Birthing simulator mannequin.
Yes.
Holy shit, huh? I guess they have to have it though. You know what I mean? Like,
and
they have a thing called
Scrabble.
They have a thing called baby hippie, and that's just the lower torso of a baby that you can use to like do obstructions and stuff.
Just their website, the headers.
Yeah.
Like, arts and crafts, education, farm, healthcare training, lab sampling.
That's right.
Senior activities.
Yeah. Cervical dilation simulator.
Oh, I could get a fetal pig?
Yes, you could. All of that and more available now at nasco.com, our sponsor.
You could get a fetal pig and an Old West fun shooting set.
Wait, farm and ranch, vocational agriculture. What can I buy here? Oh, FFA. I don't want that. They have any? Can I get a training cow? Oh shit!
Oh, livestock identification.
Oh my god!
Get some RFID ear tags.
Oh.
Do you think they have horse tranquilizers?
Matt, can I get some information from you? Your name, okay? What's your mailing address? I'm just signing up for
123 Fake Street.
No, so there's apparently their new thing is Lifeform Next Gen Jerry Simulator. It's a geriatric simulator, and the thing looks like the fucking Crypt Keeper. So I'm just putting you on the mailing list so they can.
Training?
Actually, I do have your address. I could just throw it in here.
Don't. I don't want anything.
I should put someone else's address on here. I should get my brother's address and just like, why am I getting mannequin brochures? Fat old Fred. Oh, these are terrifying. Like, these are things that, like, if you found these, like, they probably would be. You'd probably, like, if one of these was in your house, someone would question whether or not you were like a horrible person. You know, like, are you murdering people?
It's like, are you a doctor or a serial killer?
Mm-hmm. The answer to that is neither.
Okay, no las dos.
Or both at the same time. Okay. I'm done looking at horrifying. You know what is interesting? Fat Old Fred, black, on Amazon, right? It's just like an overweight man's like torso. Similar products related to this item. Unisex baby shiny spandex skin tight full body suit. Women's sexy lingerie open crotch fishnet mesh bodysuit body stocking. So we've moved from medical devices to fetish custom Nicolas Cage pillowcase.
Yes, give me one of those.
It's just a shirtless Nicolas Cage. Do you want to know how much this pillowcase costs?
$47.
I could get you a Nick Cage pillowcase for $7.
That is a steal.
It is a steal.
I'm knee deep in the personal and social development subcategory of this website. And
All
I
right.
get that whole skills thing figured out.
20-second meme update.
Social skills bingo for teens.
So 20-second meme update. The producers at Lazy Town cleared the musician who made the "We Are Number One" song to release all the individual parts from the master track,
Yes.
and they've released that all, and people are already making memes with it.
That's awesome. He's like releasing stems.
Yep, yeah. It's got the instrumental. You got only the horns, only the pianos, only the drums, only the vocals, alternate vocals. And just 11 hours ago, the Lazy Town official YouTube account also uploaded the actual episode with "We Are Number One" in full.
Nice.
I kind of want to watch it.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I just want to say this right now. A, I'm now looking at ridiculous sexy lingerie on Amazon. But B, there is some crazy shit you can buy on Amazon. There is a custom Nicolas Cage pillowcase where he says, "See you in my dreams." And it's a creepy Nicolas Cage face. Okay. Would you like to purchase this? Wall Monkeys, senior woman with asthma inhaler peel and stick wall decal. It's literally an old lady taking a hit off of an asthma inhaler that you can like stick to your wall.
Is it made by Fathead so you can?
It's like a
down, put it back
fathead
up?
of an elderly woman using an inhaler. There's also smiling Asian teenage boy that you can get on your wall. Like what? There's some weird shit people are putting here on Amazon. And I appreciate the weirdness of Amazon.
I'm gonna get some weird recommendations after
I know,
this.
right? Well, I'm gonna continue to look at opaque crotchless spaghetti strap body suits. I got here from medical devices, by the way. That's where this search has gotten me from. So it looks clearly there's some crossover here. You know, I'm not gonna kink shame. If you're into buying medical equipment like Fat Old Fred, you know, you want to get your freak on. You
Fat Old Fred.
Yeah, you do whatever you need, huh? You know, you live your life.
You know, everybody talks about sex toys, but nobody talks about cuddle toys.
That's right. He could be very cuddling.
Very comforting.
Yes. Amazon. Wow, you could do an entire YouTube show of looking at Amazon shit. This must exist.
I think that would SEO well.
It's gotta.
I mean, there's a roaster large wild boar hole. It's just a giant boar, a dead boar. Just, you know,
like a QVC style YouTube show with a bunch of the craziest. Amazon
That'd be
shit.
great.
Could I interest you in ingrown toenail with dressing cell phone cover case for Samsung Galaxy S5?
Could you imagine doing that show and then you have an Amazon affiliate link and you end up actually making money from like the weird random shit?
I feel like I'm going
That's
to
$1
do
million
this.
idea. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make that show.
Can you do that on Twitch?
Probably. Oh yeah, they're
Twitch
on
Creative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can I do
Let's
it on
Twitch
Twitch
Creative?
Can you just look at Amazon links on Twitch Creative?
We could call it.
I think if we frame it as an improvisational comedy show,
We could do
I
it.
think it's good.
We could do it as Twitch talk shows, or we could do it as browser games. That's a thing.
I've literally just found like the most insane shit on YouTube here because I literally found an Alejandro Jodorowsky custom kids school backpack. You know, Alejandro Jodorowsky, well known for being a crazy South American like artistic director as a child's backpack. Like, what is happening? Okay, sorry. Let's get out of here. We're done. Thanks for listening. What's the website?
BornInThe80s.net.
That's right. And you can find us on Twitter, May of May. I'm
Yep.
John_Danger. Matt is Matt Hag Music.
Matt Hag
right?
Music.
That's right. Shit, we're there. We're done. We got to end the episode.
Can we please make that Amazon show happen?
We're doing it 100%. Let's figure it out. I'm going to end the episode right now because
Bye bye.
I'm feeling it.
Okay, bye.
I hate when that happens.
So I'm just trying to like max out these 3 levels that it gives you for free.
This is why you have to open up like multiple retail credit cards and max those out until your tax return comes in. Or I'm not advocating that at all.
Just max them out, sell the stuff for cash, take the cash to Vegas, and bet on black.
No, red. It's always red.
No, it's black. Always
Yeah.
bet on black.
So, Matt,
What do you want?
have you heard of a cool app that I played with around for like a half a minute?
Is it a cool app called Tinder?
No, it's a music app.
Oh, which one?
Have you heard of Musician?
I've
No.
heard of it. I've seen ads.
This is the absolute coolest fucking thing I've ever done. Do you know how it works?
No.
It teaches you.
Oh man, we gotta talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
I've literally used it for like 5 minutes. So, but do you know like how like Rock Band is?
Yeah.
It's that, but with real instruments, because it can use the microphone to tell what notes you're playing.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it basically teaches you how to play music by you playing a Guitar Hero song where you have to hit the notes.
Yep.
And it turns it into a game, which is actually pretty awesome. So I tried it with the
really
piano. And it was able to recognize when I was hitting the notes correctly. All right, but we should probably talk about that on the show.
Yeah.
A very, very. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Speaking of something else, we'll probably.
I'll save it.
Oh, sorry. Speaking of something else, we'll probably talk about on the show is
Yeah, what game news happened?
I don't fuck if I know.
I'll find it. You can go.
Yeah, I mean, in a pinch, we could talk about the voice actor strike. We really need to talk about that, but
Yeah, I agree.
but I know why I was definitely sounding mouth breathy on the last episode.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I know why. And
Okay.
well, it's a story I want to get into on the
Oh,
cast.
You went to the
I went to the doctor on Tuesday. I should have done it on Saturday while I was thinking about it, and I was already there because my wife, we were thinking she possibly had what did we think she had? Shingles? No, just allergic reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just allergic reaction. She's
That's good. To
she's
hear.
on some moderate dose anti-inflammatory and some really strong topical cream.
I like that Polygon.com has a Super Mario Run review, and it's a 7.
You press a button. End of review. It's fun though. I'm definitely gonna pay for the full version.
Yeah, I will too.
I think that I am never going to buy this game.
Why?
Well, I can't now because it's not available on my platform of choice.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
But also, like, it seems like the game is really short. Like, they said that there's, maybe 15 levels.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I see right now.
But I know you're not
I
supposed
was
to play each
hoping
level
they would,
once. I think you really have to go through it multiple times to get everything.
Yeah, but that's not the kind of. I don't know. I don't care about collecting everything.
I do.
But it does have the rally mode. Well, we should talk about this in the podcast. Why
Yeah.
are we not recording? Let's just start.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Like we're ready. Well, what?
You don't even broadcast. Oh, you're broadcasting now.
Yeah, that's right.
We
we're
don't need to do a
broadcasting.
sound check, right? Because like we're pros.
No,
and
we
shit.
do need to do.
Yeah,
a
because
sound
I sound
check.
like shit.
So let me. Well, yeah, of course you sound like shit.
Yeah.
Let me listen. So.
Got to get my Bing searches to get my Bing points.
Okay, it sounds like we're good.
All right. I'll deal with that.
I didn't
just
change it. I'm
subscribed
gonna
to
turn
the
TG
Born in
down
the
a
80s
little
channel.
bit.
Please.
His microphone isn't as fancy as ours, so it's a little bit louder.
Yeah, fuck.
All right.
But
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to Born. Oh, god damn it.
I mean, are we up enough so we can tweet this out yet?
Yeah, we're gonna start.
I twittered it.
You don't have the link.
I gotta
Okay,
tweet
well,
it.
I don't have the link.
It's just go to my
just
YouTube page.
searched
Yeah,
for
I'm
the
refreshing.
YouTube channel.
Boop,
If you
boop,
click
boop,
on
boop,
any of
boop,
his
boop.
videos, it should pop up a little thing in the corner that says live now.
All right. I didn't even know
Goddamn
about
purple
that
coins.
whole meme thing. About the We Are Number One. I didn't realize it was because of something.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Hey, well, it sounds like the guy's doing okay.
Yeah, he
I watched the live stream.
so did I. It was good. Oh, now I'm listening to us now. We are literally the worst.
Why are we the worst?
No, that's weird number one, but it's opposite day.
Oh. Yes!
Oh, what are some other good?
I
what
got
are
the
some good
fifth purple
hashtags?
coin. Mario Run. Or Mario Run.
It's got a lot of tweets.
Craig Sager died. That's a thing.
I'm
Who's
not
that?
gonna tweet Craig Sager ripped.
Hashtag
I
wrecked.
don't know what's a good one.
Who's Craig
Wrecked.
Sager?
Hashtag music. Hashtag gaming. Hashtag
LA versus Seattle. That's live on my Twitter.
hashtag
right now.
hashtag. Hashtag. I got 3 letters for hashtag. What do I use it on?
FML.
NFL.
FML.
No, NFL. There's a game
he's
happening
sports
right
ball
now.
guy. Okay.
No, he's not a sports ball guy. He was an announcer.
One of the teams is wearing bright
Yeah,
yellow.
that's what I meant. He had something to do with sports ball.
Is there a reason that they're wearing like neon green?
What?
Looks like the Seattle Seahawks are wearing neon green right now.
Oh, it's Thursday Night Football, so it's stupid color rush uniform night.
Yeah. That's how I sing it.
The Craig Sager death is so sad, though. That guy was awesome. Oh no,
Belch.
And
I need to start. I need to get the
Alan Thicke
the
died.
live up so we can have chat. Oh fuck, Alan Thicke, man.
those.
When Lauren told me that, I was like, no, 2016, no.
What?
And he died in the most Canadian way,
No.
playing hockey.
Friend of the podcast, Alan Thicke.
Oh. All right, I guess I tweeted
You know
something.
what movie I'm super not excited to see?
My super ex-girlfriend.
Star Wars.
No, the Rogue One. I don't know.
I'll see it in November like it did.
I'm disappointed that the reviews aren't unanimously. This is amazing.
But you hate
I'll
everything.
probably see
so.
it. I'll probably see it, but it. I was hoping it was gonna be like.
I don't
incredible.
like Star Wars or Marvel movies or anything else that's popular.
Yeah, because they're bad.
I love poplar trees.
They're mediocre. You know what movie that was really popular that I did like? That movie,
Schindler's List.
Mad Max.
The Sixth
Fucking
Element?
amazing.
The Fifth Element. Did you guys see the shit that came to? Now I know you guys don't do Xbox One because things and stuff, but did you see all that became backwards compatible this week? Or this week? Wow, I'm speaking like Chicago people now. Anyway,
No.
What do you mean?
so, well, they said they were going to make a while back, like a year ago, they said they were going to make BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite backwards compatible, but then they came out with that remaster,
Yeah.
and I thought, There's no way they're
Yeah.
going to do backwards compatible. That was kind of pulled from their own sales. Nope, backwards compatible earlier this week. And then just today, Bully Scholarship Edition and Catherine, both backwards compatible.
You totally said that Catherine would become backwards compatible.
I did. I was hoping on Bully.
You were right.
Yeah. I don't think I told you guys Bully, but I was hoping.
We'll see. Wes, for some reason.
Yeah,
Let
why?
us record the podcast.
Yes, go ahead, start it.
Oh, no.
You want me to start it? What happened?
No. Sorry, I
What'd you
just read a terrible story from Wisconsin, but we'll get to it.
All right.
Well, it'll be the first thing we
Oh.
come up with.
Oh, good.
Welcome to in the man.
Is
We
that
gotta
the
record
start?
Christmas is terrible. At some point,
Oh yeah.
we gotta watch a terrible Christmas movie.
Die Hard.
I have the recording equipment
That's a
set
good
up here.
Christmas movie.
I know it is.
Yeah.
You know, I
Um,
actually set up the recording
When
equipment
do you
here
want to do it?
because I recorded an episode of this podcast with Lance.
Lance, no last name given.
Yes, Lance, no last name given. He came over Saturday and recorded a podcast.
Nice.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I think
Is
I'm
it
going to
like-
put it out.
A tell-all about his like mysterious absence
Nope.
and the adventures he's gone on.
Did it just like
Yeah, basically.
start where it left? Like nothing ever changed. Just start right where you left off.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to put them in the just like Born in the 80s with Lance or something. That's really it.
Mini
Cool.
sidecasts.
Yes, like a side cast because I have room usually every month to put it up. As long as we don't have a 2-hour special that needs to go in. That takes up space. But anyway, so that'll be coming on. But we should probably start the real episode now. So